What is up, guys? We have some more Battle Partners cards released, which will be in our April Journeys Together set. It's a set gravitating around partner Pokemon, as we know. So today we're going to look at some of these newer cards. If you guys enjoy this kind of content for new card reveals and whatever, please like and subscribe. I make sure to get all of that new content out to you guys as soon as possible. It's going to be a competitive take, not a collector's take. So if you're a collector, really sorry, can't really help you there. I've gotten a couple of traction from all different angles, collectors, competitors, whatever in general. My channel is built on helping competitive players get better, just have a good time with the game. And if you're a collector, sit back, relax. Maybe you could see a card that you're like, hey, I might be able to buy this. It's a good competitive card, and maybe you want to play the game because Pocket's a cool thing. So we have the Magmar. Cool little art. Bro is just, looking down on you. 30 damage, Searing Flame for 80. Not really anything special. Magmortar. Stage 1. Magma Surge. During Pokemon checkup, put 3 more damage counters on your opponent's burn Pokemon. So this has to go into the checkup phase. So you basically get 5 damage counters, and then they get a flip. And if they get out of it, they get out of it. If they don't, they don't. Burn, on like poison, it doesn't stick. You have to you can flip out of it. Poison, you can rotate, retreat, whatever out of it. So burn's slightly worse. So if there's like a burn base deck, which I already see a burn, I looked ahead a little bit here. I think you'll be able to get something going here with this Magmortar. Stage 1 though, so it is a little bit annoying that you can't like do this ability on a basic. It is a heavy commitment to get into your deck. We have Volcanion EX, not a partner EX, just a standard Volcanion. It doesn't have any like tags associated with it. 220 HP, so pretty easy to knock out by most standards. Basic ability Scorching Steam. Once you're your turn, if this Pokemon's near active, you may make your opponent's Pokemon burn. That's plus 20 damage. So it's basically just an additional modifier to do more damage as you're doing stuff. So in a deck like Cloth, you could go into Volcanion, Scorching Steam, then Poison on top of that, so you can get 5 damage counters. Then go into like Latias EX, retreat into something else, do some damage. But as I said that, I realized that Double Turbo will be gone when this rotates. This comes into the format. So it's just like a plus 20 damage with some sort of switching and retreating option. Like Latias is already in the format. So you can go into like this, Latios, whatever, whichever one it is. Pivot into your attacker, you get plus 20. If you want to play Magmortar, you get to plus 50. Magmortar is a heavy commitment, but plus 20 is still a pretty good amount of damage. It's like playing an Iron Valiant that doesn't need to hit the active from the bench, but in inverse order, so it's just like a plus 20. 3 retreat cost is quite steep, but the Latias does make up for it. Heat Cyclone, Fire Colorless, 160 in move and energy. I don't think this actually ever comes up. There's not a bunch of good fire attackers right now. We do lose Magma Basin, which is quite a blow to like fire type decks in general. So yeah, we have a Wailmer, little guy here, no tag, 130 HP basic, big guy. Actually, not a little guy. Surf for 60, nothing crazy. Wailord alt art here, a beautiful card. I definitely want to put this in the binder. Look at the size of the Wailord compared to the boat. Little boat here for size comparison. The entire reef showing up here. Beautiful card. I'm sure it'll be gorgeous in person. 240 HP, 4 colorless, Hydro Pump, 10 plus 50 for each water attached. With Chien-Pao, you're hitting for 210. You have a stage 1 attacker with Chien-Pao, but your deck is already pretty slow as Chien-Pao, so you probably don't want to do that. We have End's Purloin, dark colorless Pilfer, 20. Put a card you find there on the bottom of your opponent's deck. Presumably there's an R. What does Purloin even evolve into? I don't remember, but Purloin's probably evolution. Ends evolution of the Purloin will probably be there. So maybe that's something to look forward to for end cards. Mageana, 90 HP auto heal as long as this Pokemon's active. Whenever you attach an energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon, heal 90 and spike draw for 20. So you can spike draw 20 with this card, and auto heal is pretty good. It's like the old Miltank that people played in the stage 2 decks. I don't know if healing 90 is necessarily great. I don't think there's any like big tank decks that can rely on like just pushing this active and doing something with it. But it is a 1 prize offbeat prize, so like maybe you're playing like a 2 prize like beatdown deck, and having auto heal was like really good to like reset something or like reset an ability, or something of that nature. Just like a reset card that gets you back into this, heal 90 with your attachment and get back in there. Seems pretty reasonable if you can pull off that entire combo. Don't hate that. We have Hops Corviknight, stage 2, evolves through Hops Corvisquire. So these are in like weird order here. Shoot, it's the championship Galar Stadium thing, it looks like. Shoot through 50, does 50 to one of your opponent's bench. So another Jet Punch-like ability for Hops Pokemon. Battle Carlos, 150, and they take 60 less next turn. So this one's strictly worse than all the other Hop cards I think we've seen so far, because all the other Hop cards synergize pretty well by being basics, and just like basics that do a decent amount of damage. This is like a build-up that you can get to with Metal Energies, but I feel like that's just kind of an antithesis to like the Hop engine that we've seen so far. Hops Rookity, Scary Gaze, they can't retreat, or 20 less damage, sorry. And then Peck, Hops Corvisquire, Speed Dive 30, and then Razor Wing 80. Pretty weak. I think this line is just pretty bad, I think, in general, to play in this deck. Super Potion makes a reprint. This card has been in the game since base set. It's coming back. So if you guys want to play cool art, you can get your base set arts. Heal 60 damage from one of your Pokemon. If you do, discard an energy. Hops Bag. See, I told you everyone would have an item, a stadium, and a supporter, I think. Hops Bag, search your deck for up to 2 basic Hops Pokemon, put them on your bench. So an additional search card. I mean, playing 4 Hops Bag in just any Hop engine seems pretty good. You can get pretty much your entire engine rolling with just a Hops Bag. So like an Arvin would get you your Hops Bag, you're good to go. You get the whole gang out basically, and you're good. You're good to roll. You know, seems pretty solid, pretty good for the deck. Iris's Fighting Spirit seems like a vanilla supporter because I don't think there's any Iris tagged Pokemon in this. But Iris's Fighting Spirit says supporter discard a card from your hand. If you do, draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand. A pretty reasonable card. It does become a 1-card cycle. All things considered, but I don't think the 1-card discard actually matters that much. I think it's like the filling your hand up to 6 that does matter quite more in the general sense of this card. So it does refill your hand towards the end of the game with an Iono, and Iono to 1 isn't necessarily the end of the world now because you can discard you draw 2 off that every single time, and that becomes Iris' Fighting Spirit +1. However, if it's like a combo piece or something, maybe it's not as good. It is a cool little supporter because you don't want to always research all the pieces away. So this is a unique new addition you can have in Index. And finally, we have End's Castle, very ominous looking final boss stage. Each of your End's Pokemon in play have no retreat cost, both yours and your opponent's. So we can kind of see that End's Pokemon are going to be pivoting around using some trickster style abilities. We've already gotten trade with Zoroark that can copy abilities, attacks, and we have the dark patch or the energy patch, sorry, for End's Pokemon. So if you guys enjoy this content, again, please like and subscribe. I'm going to keep it short so you don't have to deal with multiple ads or whatever. But yeah, no, peace out, guys. Have a good one.